Aries, welcome to your reading for the week of January 9th to the 15th. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. Keeping in mind these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements because you could have messages in those readings as well, which will provide you with a more complete picture. All right, let's get started here for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is the energy around the week ahead for Aries? Ooh, Between Worlds coming out very quickly for you. Lots of cards flying all over the place. They're not falling out in view of camera, so you'll have to just hang on a sec. Okay, here we go. I love it. Bottom of the deck is not for you, Aries. So there's definitely something you're being guided away from, and you're being guided towards something new. Very clear, very, very clear. Between Worlds came out very quickly for you. We see loyal heart, we see change in the wind, we see message in the bottle, and go the distance. So what I'm seeing here is that there is a change that is happening in your life or in an experience, a particular one, maybe one that is moving you to a new, it's moving you into something that you're very devoted to and loyal to, and away from something that's not for you. So you're really being guided to move away from this. You know, I'm seeing by the book here, and this idea that this is on the bottom of the deck and you're moving from Between Worlds into loyal heart, being initiated by a change in the wind outside of your control, and that there's a lot of signs here. When I see message in the bottle in reverse, it sort of makes me feel like, what are the signs around you right now that are suggesting that you need to sort of move towards something new? So you're really being guided to leave something, to move away from it. Now, for some of you, this could actually be a physical move, like you might actually have to physically change residence or physically move somehow. But for others of you, it's more of a sort of a move in the moving away from something that could be like a relationship or an experience, or something that you're doing that you shouldn't be doing anymore because it just doesn't serve your highest good. Or it could be this idea of changing directions from focusing on something that you're like, yeah, I'm doing this, it's okay, to focusing on something where you're like, yeah, I'm doing this and I love it. It feeds my soul. It makes me very happy. I feel very loyal and dedicated to this, and this is awesome. So, those are sort of the things coming to mind. This idea of moving away from things that aren't for you to things that make you feel like you would invest everything you have in this new venture. I feel like it really feeds your soul. That really is coming through. It's not an expression I say all the time, so it's really coming through quite strongly, that whatever this is, you're moving away from something that's not for you to something that's really for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's a big departure from whatever is happening right now. And it could, because it's a general reading, it could be in different areas for every Aries listening. And it might, for some of you, like I said, it could be a relationship. For others of you, it could be an experience. It could be a pattern of behavior. It could be something that you're just doing because you've always done it. And now you're seeing, no, it's not for me. And this change in the wind card coming through in the reverse makes me feel like the change that's coming is coming in to support you. And it's a shift. And even though you might not be necessarily like aware of this happening right now, it's happening to support your highest good. It's bringing you to a more prosperous place, something that feeds your soul. I can't stop saying that. I never say that. But it's something that, you realize is really for your highest good. And you're being moved away from something that's not for your highest good. The highest good is what's really coming through here. And so seeing that change in the wind card really makes me feel like all will be well with this change. Just trust it, and that this is a good thing, and that there's nothing to fear, and that there is an opportunity for you to realize your highest good through this change. So trust it. Trust. Now, the card that follows it is the message in the bottle card, which when it comes through in that reversed position is really pointing you towards signs that have been trying to guide you this whole time to show you what's for you and what's not. And that maybe you've been a little resistant, or maybe you just haven't even noticed these signs. Maybe you've been so distracted that you haven't even been noticing them. So they're there. So maybe after listening to this reading, you'll start to see some of them. You'll start to notice them. You know, sometimes when things come into our awareness, that's when we start to really notice them. And I feel like I was saying, this thing that's not for you, you may have been just doing it because it's something you've been doing for so long that you don't even know why you're doing it anymore. You know, it's kind of lost all purpose and meaning at this point because it doesn't really fit for you. So this is really, this card, when it shows up in the reverse, is guiding you to let go of things that are just, they're not important. They're not for you. They're not serving your highest good. And they're not getting you anywhere. So you're just kind of wandering around in the desert with this card when it shows up in the reverse, and you don't really know what the hell's going on or where you're going or why you're in the desert in the first place, when there's this other landscape that really feeds your soul. I keep saying feeds your soul, and I swear that's not an expression I use a lot, but it's funny that it just keeps coming out. So it must be relevant to someone listening right now. So Aries, you are moving from something that's not for you to something that what? Feeds your soul. Exactly. Okay. Let's jump into the tarot cards and see what messages you will receive, Aries. Moving between worlds right now. Woo. Okay. See, even the cards are getting reordered and reorganized as I shuffle. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there's something you're not seeing. There's something that you're not seeing. You're paying attention to one thing and you're missing the signs pointing you elsewhere. When I see the Four of Cups coming out, that tells me that you're overly focused on what's not for you instead of seeing this opportunity that really, I was going to say it again, feeds your soul. This opportunity that really speaks to you, that you feel very devoted energy to, that you want to invest in. You're not seeing that sign because you're distracted by these 3 cups. And they're not for you anymore. Those cups are, it's just not for you. It's not serving your highest good. And there's the 6 of Wands, 5, 6. You're going to be victorious. You're going to be recognized and acknowledged for your success. And this is going to serve you so much. There's no end of service here for you when I see the 6 of Wands. There's no end to how much this serves you. Bottom of the deck is the Lovers, so it brings you into balance. We just shuffled the Wheel of Fortune onto the floor. It fell over. This is moving. This is changing you. You're getting redirected. The Wheel of Fortune is moving to knock this off. See that guy flying off the wheel? This is what's not for you. And this is you sort of going, oh, wow, this does feel great when I feel like this really feeds me and I'm moving towards something prosperous that's really connected to me, the authentic me. And I feel like it's really making moves here. You're making some big moves here, Aries. You're moving away from things and towards other things. Really, really awesome here. Yeah. The worst of this is over. You're going to see how much this wasn't for you eventually. And that's landing to clarify on the signs and synchronicities around you, trying to guide you. On a subconscious level, maybe you realize just how much this situation doesn't serve you that you're currently in. It's not serving you at all. It's bringing you to a place where you'll hit rock bottom because it's not for you. And there's nowhere to go, right? There's nowhere to go but down if you stay on this path. And the worst of it's over when I see the 10 of Wands. I feel like you're about to shift. It's like it's happening. It feels like it could even happen like as suddenly as this week. You know, it's all been moving towards this outcome for a while. I feel like you've been moving towards this outcome for some time. And that... You maybe didn't realize you were moving towards this outcome, but you've been steadily moving away from one thing towards another thing, even if you haven't noticed. I don't think you have noticed. I think that you've been overly focused on what's not for you, instead of seeing that there's a possibility that something could happen that resonates for you, something that really lets you feel like you're moving towards a victory. And I think you are. There's the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like your pursuit of the truth, what truly makes you feel alive is what's coming through. And we see here the Four of Wands. There you go, crossing that finish line and entering into a new timeline, because you've been, or you will be, sort of after you hit this rock bottom place, where as you walk on this path that's not for you, you're going to start seeking the truth about what is for you. And then it happens. It's like you realize it. And there's the Hierophant. Sort of, it feels to me like we're seeing the Hierophant because it's almost coming from the divine. You know what I mean? Like the answers you seek are coming from within. You might even be at a place where you become enlightened or awakened through a new paradigm, which is exactly what this reading is suggesting. There is a new paradigm shift here. There is a paradigm shifting into a new place, and it's coming almost from the divine. Wheel of Fortune, Hierophant, change in the wind. All you have to do is sort of seek out the truth about the path you're on now, and you'll see that it's not for you. And it's almost like by finding that nugget of truth, inspiration, awakening, enlightenment, all come through for you to walk through this path of inner reward, where you really step into something that's connected to you, Aries. Feels really empowering, and it feels like it's your truth. Like, you know, and there's the Knight of Rods. So once you have it, you run for it, right? You go after it with a lot of charisma and passion. You start to pursue it, and that leads to that success, right? You start to pursue it, and it leads to this beautiful success for you, where you start to see your vision come to life right in front of you. It starts actualizing. And it's wonderful. You can start to see, I see now. I see my path lying ahead. I understand the truth now. I understand where I should dedicate myself and where I should walk away from. Look at that Fool on the bottom of the deck. Such a beautiful message of starting again, starting a new path, integrating your experience from one path to begin a new path. And I'm going to keep that as your card there. Love it. Okay, let's clarify these cards. Let's clarify these cards for you, Aries. Okay, let's look at the Four of Cups. Yeah, Temperance. So we need to be balanced. We need to make sure we're present. Temperance coming through in the reverse tells me that you need to focus on the now. Be present, grounded in the now. Don't be distracted by how long it takes things to happen. Don't feel impatient. Don't be distracted. Don't be out of balance with the present moment right now, because this is where it's all happening. Wheel of Fortune, again, double confirmation coming forward for you that you're on a pathway that's moving right now. And as the pathway starts to shift, you've got to stay present so that you can catch all of this action. Because I feel like things are coming to a close as they are coming to a beginning. So it's really important to stay grounded in the present moment right now. I can't stress that enough, that this is all happening to get you from one timeline to another. And there's the Fool again, confirming a new beginning, confirming that you're starting a new beginning, a new path, a new paradigm. There is a paradigm shift here, and it's happening to get you to your highest good. This paradigm shift is moving you to your highest good. Oh, wow, look at that. You got the Tower, Justice, and the Knight of Wands again. So that is wonderful. I know the Tower can be scary for some people, but this is how the new paradigm shift begins. This is how your paradigm shifts. It shifts here. You know what I mean? It shifts the structure. It shifts everything happening around you and brings it all into balance. Because whatever you're invested in now is not for you, Aries. It's just not for you. And this new paradigm is shifting fast. And it's moving towards your highest good, bringing in balance, bringing in fairness, bringing in harmony, bringing in something that's already in alignment with you. And there's the Knight of Wands again, seeing this for the second time in your reading, confirming that you go for it. You go for it and you make this happen for yourself in a lot of ways by just participating in this paradigm shift. And it's wonderful. I feel like you're going to realize that you're a master at something and that you're going to have the opportunity to master it because you're going to be so dedicated and loyal to your craft. And it's something that is just, man, it's a perfect fit for you. Whatever this is, it's a perfect fit for you. And whatever is happening right now, it's got to go. And that's why we're seeing these cards here of a new beginning, Tower tearing down an old paradigm that didn't serve you, that wasn't for you. Yeah, this is really, really expansive. I feel like this is a brand new beginning for you in so many ways. And it's so rewarding. And it's so much mastery here for you. It's very interesting. I feel like you're going to really dedicate yourself to this new path. It's going to be such a good fit, you know? Again, what was I saying before? It feeds your soul. I don't know. You have to count how many times I said that. That's so funny. Okay, let's see. To close your reading, Aries. Oh, first card to flip over for you is manifestation. This is huge. Aries, what have you been doing? You've been communicating with the universe, obviously, expressing your focus and your perhaps you've been talking about how this new path, the path that you're currently on, how it feels like you're hitting rock bottom, how it feels like you can't go further on this path, that something's got to give. And it's like, here it is. You know, it's giving. It's giving. Yeah, you're feeling a lot of resistance right now on the current path you're on because it's not for you. That resistance is one of these signs. You know how we were saying there could be some signs pointing with this message in a bottle. You could be receiving signs, and if you're not grounded in the present moment, you could miss them with that Temperance card. Those signs are showing you resistance. So wherever you feel resistance right now is a good indication of what's about to shift. You know, it's a good indication for you to know what's about to shift and where you're headed. I feel like, oh, look at that. 2 cards just came out for you as I kept shuffling, and it's the Sun and the Moon. I love seeing the Sun and the Moon together out of a very well shuffled deck. And look, card 23, 24. So you're balancing your energies. You're getting the wonderful sort of focus and determination coming from this masculine energy of the sun, which is illuminating a path for you and bringing in your will and determination and your focus, and it's revitalizing your manifestation. And then we see here the moon, which is bringing in your intuitive creativity, your ability to go with the flow, your ability to dedicate yourself to something that you love, something that feeds your soul. Here's your soul, here's your human personality, your ego and soul are merging. And look at that with the manifestation card, it's like a yin yang. So it's merging the masculine and the feminine into one. Holy crap. And it's 1919 on the clock as I say that. 1919, that is a new beginning all over it, because 1 and 9 equals 10, 10 equals 1. So you are starting something brand new, Aries, and it's really bringing in balance and devotion and wholeness. You're balancing everything out to create this new manifestation. My goodness. And it all might appear right now as resistance because something's not for you. And once that's out of your energetic field, look out, because you're bringing in the sun and the moon, and you're joining your masculine and feminine energies, and you're creating a wholeness within yourself that's very balanced, right? Very, very balanced. And it's creating this wonderful new opportunity for you. So exciting. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that for you, Aries. Thank you so much for being here for this amazing reading. I hope it's resonated for you. If it has, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. If you would like a personal reading, please find the link for that in the description below. And as always, I'm sending you so much love and light, and I really look forward to reading for you again soon. Take care, my friends.